What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful fight fans across the world? And in this video, we're going to be talking about the recent UFC news that just went down. You know, I was watching Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul last night, and I was going to make a video after about all the comments. Go back to the comments on that video.
Kid, you don't know what you're talking about, kid. You don't know. Mike Tyson doesn't have to box. He has more boxing IQ than Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson's 68 years old, okay? And I was so depressed, I didn't even want to make a video, okay? I didn't even want to go out there and make a video. So depressed, so sad, still sick. And I was like, fuck that. Fuck that. That fight was so depressing. I don't even want to make a video about that shit. But we got some good UFC news coming in last night, right after. Shout out to Dana White. He posted it right after, and he made my night right after. Let's just say, okay, we got Shavkat Rahkmonov versus Ian Garry. And let me start out by saying, how do I say goodbye to Conor McGregor? Shavkat took your 0, you got TKO, you trash. Now your ass is grass. Let's go! Okay, we actually got a good matchup for Shavkat Rahkmonov, not Kamaru Usman. Thank God it's not Kamaru Usman. It would have been a better win, resume-wise, for Shavkat Rahkmonov, but Kamaru Usman don't deserve it, my boys. He don't deserve it. Like, Ian Garry deserves it way more. They're coming off of similar wins. Both coming off wins off Neil Magny, Jeff Neal. Ian also has a win over MVP. Shavkat has a win over Wonderboy. But the difference between those wins, my boys, is that Shavkat Rahkmonov's out there finishing all of them. Okay, he's not out there getting pitter-pat decisions. And that's why we're going with Shavkat Rahkmonov to finish Ian Garry any goddamn way he wants at UFC 310. Finally, my retribution is here. Finally, Shavkat Rahkmonov. Okay, my profile picture, you see him. I've been saying my favorite fighter. I haven't seen bro fight in almost a year. It's been too long. I need to see bro fight. I need to see my favorite fighter fight. And he's going to go out there and take Ian Garry 0 and take Leon Machado. Okay, he's going to go out there and take it all. Take it all. For the Nomads, for the Central Asians out there, he's taking it all. Okay, Shavkat Rahkmonov is going to finish Ian Garry in the third round at UFC 310. He's going to finish him in the third or second round, in my opinion. And seeing that performance Ian Garry had against MVP, even though he was out grappling, MVP, his grappling looked weak. It didn't look strong. It didn't look like he was gonna go out there and just run through MVP. It didn't look nothing like that. Okay? It looked like Shavkat Rahkmonov, if he gets his hands on Ian Garry, he's running through Ian Garry in the clinch, on the ground. He's stronger than Ian Garry. The only place where Ian Garry has a chance is on the feet. And Ian Garry, he don't got the power like that because of his diet. Okay, if he wasn't on that vegan diet, I would be more scared. But you can literally see his body deteriorating after each fight because he's on a vegan diet. Ian Garry's ruining his own career that way. Okay, he's actually technically really good on the feet. Like, he's underrated on the feet. And, you know, he said he was going to outstrike MVP, but come on. MVP, I don't think a lot of people could stand with MVP. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. I don't think a lot of people can stand MVP. I think MVP also has a matchup against, who was it? I don't remember, but it was somebody big. It might have been Carlos Prates. Nah, I'm bugging. I don't think it's Carlos Prates, but Shavkat Rahkmonov versus Ian Garry. Thank you, Dana. Dana's cooking up, and I wish it was for an interim belt. So Shavkat could just have that, but it makes sense that it's not. Okay, I can agree. I can see why it's not for an interim belt, but also, since Ian Garry was supposed to fight Joaquin Buckley at UFC Tampa in December as well, the last UFC event of the year, they had to find a replacement for Joaquin Buckley, and I think they found the best replacement, Colby Covington. The only other replacement that would have been better is Kamaru Usman because Joaquin Buckley called him out, but Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley, that's a great fight. I thought Colby Covington was going to sit out, wait for that Wonderboy matchup, wait till he gets to fight somebody that she just feels he can run through. But Joaquin Buckley, that's a dangerous matchup for Colby Covington. Joaquin Buckley, he's explosive. He has decent hands. He has good grappling, good wrestling. And I feel like he could give Colby Covington a lot of problems. I think Joaquin Buckley's going to win that fight. Because I think you have to go off their last performances. And Joaquin Buckley just looked way better against Wonderboy than Colby Covington did against Leon. Okay, Colby Covington did not look good against Leon at all. And if you go back to Colby Covington's old performances that he did well in, like think about it, the RDA matchup, the Robbie Lawler matchup, he's just drowning them in cardio and just beating them up. But he's also getting tagged a lot. And Joaquin Buckley has power in his hands. Okay, he has power in his hands. And I feel like it's going to be a war, but I feel like Joaquin Buckley's going to edge it out. I don't know. I feel like Shavkat Rahkmonov versus Ian Garry is going to be a war until it finishes too. I believe that as well. But I just think Ian Garry don't have the hands. He has the hands, I'm saying. He doesn't have the power for Shavkat Rahkmonov, okay? He don't got the power to put him away. Like Jeff Neal had power against Shavkat Rahkmonov. That's why it was one of Shavkat's toughest fights, because Jeff Neal was like actually giving him problems on the feet with his hands. He was keeping Shavkat away at times, hurting Shavkat, and I don't see Ian Garry doing that. Maybe he might hurt Shavkat here and there, but not the way Jeff Neal was hurting Shavkat Rahkmonov. And also at Kill Cliff, I'm pretty sure it got leaked that Shavkat Rahkmonov knocked out Ian Garry before. So we're coming into the fight with that also in mind. Okay, Ian Garry's coming to the fight with that also. So just let's not forget about all that. Okay, let's not forget about all that. Ian Garry, he called out everybody. He called out everybody in the welterweight division when he was at Kill Cliff. He called them out for a while. And the one person he wouldn't call out was Shavkat Rahkmonov. And I think that was for good reason. Okay? I think that was for good reason, but well, Dana White just saved the welterweight division. Let's just say that. He made welterweight exciting. You know, Bilal Muhammad, he's going to get his surgery. Whoever wins between Ian Garry versus Shavkat is definitely going to fight Bilal Muhammad. But for right now, we got a lot of fights coming. And that just makes it more likely that JDM's going to fight Kamaru Usman in Australia. So we're getting the good fights coming in, my boys, in the welterweight division. Welterweight is saved again by Uncle Dana. But let me know down below, what do you guys think of these matchups? I think they're great matchups. I think they're going to be fun matchups. I think they're both going to be great fights. And I'm excited for both of them. But that's it for this video. I'm still sick, y'all. But I know I missed a couple of videos. I'm sorry. But we're going to be dropping consistently again. Okay, my midterm's over. We're locked in. But that's it for this video. And I'll see you, beautiful people, in the next one, man.